Welcome to Season 3 of the Casual Camping Podcast, your home for the best camping discussion both in and out of the field. Here are your hosts, Tim and Aid.
Hello, you lovely people. Welcome to another Casual Camping Podcast. I'm Aid.
And I'm Tim. Welcome again, one and all. Here we are in our virtual camping field to everyone. Welcome.
What would you be camping in, Tim? What would you be camping in a virtual field?
In a virtual field, I'd be camping in swimming trunks, because my virtual field would be near the sea and it wouldn't be November. It'd be like the height of June and be really warm, and I'd be about to go for a morning swim.
I wasn't asking for clothes, to be honest. I was more meaning tent or Land Rover or something, but you just go there.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I get. All right then.
A little onesie. Velcro pants.
I was going to say hot pants. Okay. Oh yeah, it's a camping podcast. Oh no. Can we start again?
No, keep that in. We don't edit.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay. Virtual campsite. Then what are you camping in?
I think I'm camping in one of those trucks with a flatbed that you one of those things that you just maneuver onto it, and then you've got sleeping compartments and a kitchen.
Oh,
I'd love to have a go at one of them.
I have stayed in one of those in Canada once. They're really cool. They're super convenient, aren't they?
Yeah. But I'd probably also need like a bit of land and a farm and like garages that you could just back onto and then like hoist it up into the rafters so it's out of the way.
I think really we need to invent an app of virtual camping. Tim and Aid's Casual Camping Podcast virtual camping app. If anyone's out there to make us like a game, and we can make this into a game where literally you've got you can do coins, and if you log on every day, you get more coins, and then you can buy more camping equipment. I think virtual camping. I think I've just invented another bloody thing, Ed.
Wow! I tell you what. I would play that, and it'd be like listen to go fishing. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to save yourself. But it's like, what we're cooking today, what we're camping. That'd be good. It doesn't sound like it. There's many, millions of people that would download it. But there's a few, I'm sure.
I'm sure there'd be enough people would download virtual camping. There's people who download things like virtual truck driver and virtual train driver. Come on, virtual camping's got to be as good as that.
My son has played for hours and days on Goat Simulator.
That was the thing. Oh my God.
That was a thing. He loved it. So yes, you're probably right. Oh, well, I think, once again, thanks for tuning in. Glad to have you with us. We are on all the socials, so, get liking those things and please take part, share what you're doing. Listeners might have been waiting to see what happened with our camping weekend last weekend, and it didn't really happen, is the kind of big story, which we're going to discuss today.
I apologise profusely.
Tim said, "I smell," and went home. That's what happened.
It's those pants, Ed. You've had the same pair of pants for every camping trip this year. I am sorry. I left you high and dry, and it's entirely my fault. I had very good reason. There was an illness in the family, and so there was a very good reason. But yeah, still, I have to say, the entire selfish side of me is right pissed off. And I am really, really sorry. So it turned instead of it being this brilliant prepared trip that we had planned, it turned into a solo adventure for you. So which you don't do very often. So, how did that suit you?
Well, it suited me very well. I am quite happy. I've always said I'm sort of quite a person that can get along quite well on his own. But actually, when push comes to shove, I really enjoyed it. It was very nice, but I quite like company. I
Yeah.
think for me, I was super excited to get away for the weekend. Super excited to be with you. We had plans, we had content, we had a big roast dinner
Oh,
planned. So it was just going to be so good. And then at the 11th hour, and it literally was the 11th hour, you couldn't come. And you know what campsites are like. I was going anyway. It's like, well, I'm going. And I didn't necessarily want to put the shout out to anybody else to come along. I thought, you know what, actually, do this. Tim does it an awful lot. See what you think. Um, and because I was working in the day, it was a challenge to get there before dark. I got there at
yeah.
dusk and put a tent up. Dusk in the trees because it was in a wooded area. So yeah, it was interesting, really. And you know what? I survived. I coped. Um, it was a few less laughs, maybe.
I bet you still laughed at yourself though, didn't you?
I did, yeah. As I was telling you before, I could only push down so many beers, you know, whereas company allows you to, maybe get an extra few.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you bring beers back?
I did. I brought beers back. I got a few cocktaily kind of cans that are now available,
Oh man.
So yeah, I brought those back. Yeah, but
Oh.
it was, I think, mainly the panic of, so we've talked previously about how to prepare going on group camping and stuff. And while this wasn't a group, it was you and me, we divvied up the food quite well.
Yeah, we had.
You know, I bought the beef and you were bringing the vegetables, you were going to do breakfast and stuff. So at the 11th hour, I was like, oh my God, all I've got's beef and beer.
Beef
There
and
are
beer.
people out there are people out there going, what more do you need? What more?
Yeah, I only take beef and beer.
Beef and beer. But yeah, so it was like, oh, I quickly got some bacon and some vegetables and stuff. But yeah, it was really, really interesting and quite tell. And the one thing that I have considered afterwards is not once was I scared.
Hmm. Interesting. Did you did
It,
you did you think you would be?
no. So I've been in the woods by myself. That's not on a site, and the shadows from walking around and stuff did quite scare me that
Yeah.
time. Whereas I was kind of at peace with it and at one with it, and just thought, right, well, this is it. First of all, it's, you're getting your tent up, you're getting yourself ready. There's a couple of trips to the van and back just to get everything there.
Hmm.
There was bits of rain, but because we were under a canopy, or I was under a canopy, I couldn't tell whether it was rain that had rained earlier in the day and was just coming down off the leaves, or
Mm.
it was raining
Yeah. Yeah.
because of a gust of wind. So, it was just, yeah, it was funny. So there was all those things to occupy me, even at dusk and it going into night time. And I took wood, so I didn't have to collect anything. But it was an interesting thing. And I I've often thought about going camping, solo camping,
Mm.
and in woodland, and thought, oh well, I know it can be a bit scary. So it's it's the image of it rather than
Your brain is amazing at playing tricks on you, isn't it? It's imagining stuff. Your imagination is the best thing you've got, really. And as kids, we kind of play with that, and it lets you play with all sorts of toys and be in imagined worlds and everything. But as an adult, it's just like axe murderer, serial
yeah,
killer, axe
yeah,
murderer. you
yeah.
know, and they're all just behind that tree about to get you. And it can be creepy, but I'm really pleased that actually you've been solo camping and it hasn't put you off, and you've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I have done solo camping before, not as much as you,
Hmm.
and there have been times where that's made me a little bit, feel a bit vulnerable. Maybe I wasn't the established camper that I am now,
Hmm.
but I also, did have a very big knife with me, made sure my axe was out, which suggests that I was scared, but I wasn't. It didn't even cross my mind, and I was thinking about it with this episode in mind, really.
Yeah.
It was a real challenge in regards to getting around, making sure that I had the stuff that maybe you were bringing in.
Yeah.
But then also, like I say, just company is nice for me, and I kind of bounce off it, and I drink a bit more beer. So.
Yeah.
But I was saved the following day. My partner came over. She was somewhere local, so came over and saw me, and it was nice. Oh, the other thing that was terrible, for some reason. There was no signal, so I couldn't even be on my phone. I think I tried to speak to
Ah,
you, and you were
yeah,
like, "I
yeah,
just can't."
yeah. I couldn't
Um,
couldn't hear you. I was trying to phone you and apologize again and again and again, which I've done all
yeah,
week. But yeah, couldn't hear. But we've had signal there before. We've camped at this place a few
yeah,
times, and that's a bit weird. That really
yeah,
isolates you, really, doesn't it? In this day and age, if you've got no phone
yeah,
signal, it really does. Because I sometimes watch a movie or something if when I was solo camping a few weeks ago in the Lake District, I watched Jeremiah Johnson, and it was
yeah,
great. There are once you get into the tent and into your sleeping bag or whatever. I quite like to listen to an audio book or watch a movie or something like that until I
yeah.
fall asleep. But you can't even do that if your phone's not working. It's
Well,
crazy.
so I did have some stuff downloaded. So I was like, what have I got downloaded on my phone? So by the time I did get into my sleeping bag, here's a funny thing. Guess what I watched?
Oh, go on, go on.
3 Days of the Condor, Robert Redford.
Oh,
Another top movie.
top movie, top
Yeah,
movie.
we're very similar, obviously. But yeah, I just had a little bit of music, but the site don't like music, so I was just watching the fire. Had hot dogs for tea that first night. It was
Nice.
great. I'd sorted out some bacon for the morning. Yeah, it was a really funny a worthwhile experience
Hmm.
because I think this week I've been thinking about it a little bit and not cursing you in any way, shape, or form because, you know,
Whatever,
yeah.
whatever.
Oh, poor me. I'm in the woods by myself.
I'm in my happy place. Oh no.
But it made me realize that actually going away camping is as much about the company for me as it is the getting my stuff out and being out there. So yeah, well, I don't know what that really says about me, but I know the differences of yes, I can do it, but it's a little bit like sports. Um, I like sports. I tend to enjoy them more with company.
Hmm. Hmm. You're a social animal, Ed. You always have been. it isn't that you need company, but actually you enjoy being in other people's company, and you bounce off. You kind of feed off other people's energy, and you bounce off, and and whenever you're in a group of people, you make it a party. You make it a party atmosphere, and and that's a really cool thing about you. But
Oh, cheers, Tim. Oh, shucks.
well, I've spent 3 years of this podcast slagging you off.
Have you to who? Which podcast's that?
It's my other podcast, the I
Is
Hate
that-
Ed podcast. Search for it now.
So this last weekend was all planned then?
And it wasn't rain. I was in the tree having a pee.
Asparagus?
Oh God! Oh, can you imagine? Oh dear!
Yeah. And for you, you obviously couldn't get away, needed to be where you were.
Oh, yeah.
And I can only imagine how much inner turmoil that has caused, because I know it'd be me. I'd be like, oh, all I effing wanted to do was go camping. Oh,
I know,
it's all,
I know.
not much. I don't ask for much. I'm a simple fella.
Have you been in my head and recorded that? It's like word for word what was going on, but on loop for hours. And it's like, I'm gonna be camping. I'm gonna be camping. I'm gonna be going camping. I've literally got everything ready.
It's going to be gnawing on that beef.
I know. Ed's got a massive piece of beef that we're cooking. It's like, oh
When
my
I showed
God.
you it, and you went, I don't think that'd fit in the pot. I was
Yeah,
like, it would.
I genuinely didn't think that would fit in either of our Dutch ovens, but yeah, I was so looking forward to it, and I tell you what, I absolutely needed it, because it was the end of a week off that I'd had from work. A week off I was meant to be on the Isle of Skye, which got cancelled. And
that had also been moved from earlier in
the year when it had to be cancelled. It's just like this year has been proper cancel culture for any enjoyment really for me. So I was desperate to go on that camping trip, and then the right thing to do obviously is you got to support family and stuff like that. But I was sitting there numerous times thinking, oh God, I wish I was going camping. And then the following day I was like, I tell you what, I was in turmoil with, is there any way I can possibly get away for just one night? Is there any way I can just like walk away from this carnage? And I realized, no, you are in this carnage. This is your carnage. You need to own this.
Yeah, it also did make me realise that actually you're pretty much a jinx.
I've said this to you since. I am not booking another holiday unless
Yeah,
it's
you
like
have.
the day before. Literally, I've lost that much money on holidays this year of things getting cancelled and moved and having to change bookings, or can't change bookings anymore because you've already changed it once. I literally, my next break from work isn't until February now. Bloody hell. And I'm going to get to like 2 days before, and I'm going to go down the travel agent and see what there is, because that's it. Which drives me mad really, because we were talking before we turned the microphones on about prepping and planning, and I'm absolutely someone who needs the next trip to be planning for, so that I can get through the day-to-day grind. And I have to say, I'm really struggling with the fact that I haven't got anything to look forward to for months and months, because I'm just that kind of person that if I know there's something coming, a trip or a holiday or something, I start planning for it now, and I love that. I get a lot of enjoyment out of planning that, and camping's no different. if it's a camping trip or a holiday, it doesn't make any difference. I get a lot of enjoyment out of preparing for that trip, and that just gets me through the day to day. And struggling a bit without that, to be honest. But
Yeah. Yeah.
equally, I'm a tight-fisted Yorkshireman, and I'm not going to lose any more money. So
Yeah, no, you just have had the worst possible kind of run with those things. And essentially, it's now starting to affect me. So give over, Tim. Give
okay,
over,
I'm
okay?
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to like sacrifice something, don't I? Just to the camping gods. I
To the
need to.
juju gods or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever, yeah.
yeah. I've got to sacrifice something on a fire somewhere just to try and get this
You,
right.
you know what I blame?
What?
That pacemaker. It's cursed.
The cursed pacemaker.
Did they take that out of somebody? Give it to you.
I think I've got a dog's one.
Aye. Brilliant.
Oh God. Yeah, probably. To be honest, you're right. It's ever since my heart went wonky, everything's got completely screwed up. I don't know what the hell's going on. There's definitely some bad luck going on. It's
Well,
but
I
yeah,
think it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, obviously with Christmas coming up now, I did text somebody to say, I don't suppose you could get away tonight, could you? They were like, no, maybe next week. I was like, obviously, I can't do 2 weeks in a row. It takes enough to plan to get away one week, and also then it's taken me all week just to put everything away and dry it out and stuff. And the thought
yeah,
of maybe tomorrow putting it in the van again, I was like, no,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
not.
I had the joy of getting it all ready and having it all stacked and ready at the front of the garage. The cool box pre-chilled. I even put a photo of that on the socials. I'd
I
got
saw.
all the food was ready, all the drink was ready, and then I had the annoyance that I actually had to put it. I still had to put it all away again, like I was unpacking it from the car. So I still had to do all of that, but I hadn't had the joy of the camping trip. It's mad, and I'm still eating all the vegetables because I was bringing all the vegetables. I did manage to have a plate of 4 Yorkshire puddings as well the other night.
Ti- Tim's turned veggie.
I made a
Yeah,
huge, huge pot of vegetable soup because I thought, well, let's just throw it all in a massive soup. And then I thought, yeah, I can't really put sprouts in there, can I? So I'm still eating sprouts. Don't come around my house.
Oh dear. Yeah, so an interesting one. And then so getting up the following day. So as I said, you're a little bit early to bed. It was raining a bit, so once it looked like it was set for the night, I think about 9:30, I went into my tent,
Hmm.
got the fire on, the tent stove, the winnow well, Nomad Air, external air, beauty
Mm.
did its job, and I was toasty warm.
Oh,
Sat
lovely.
there having hot dogs and a few beers, and just played with my kit as much as anything else. And I think that's the thing when you're there by yourself, you kind of break things down into jobs that you need to do.
Mm.
It was night time, so I knew I wasn't long for bed, and went to bed early. Had a very long sleep, which I don't
Well,
normally do. I'm normally like a 6 hour kind of
hmm.
sleep on a night, and I think I had 8,
Wow.
which was really unusual.
Gosh.
Um, and then got up, got the fire on, made a coffee. Yeah, just had, yeah, it took a little bit of time to get myself up and out. And then when I did, I was like, oh, right, okay, this is it. And started doing some wood prep because it was a blue morning, there was no rain, it was great.
Mm.
Um, but yeah. So I did a bit of wood prep and a bit walking around, and yeah, we stayed on a new patch that I'd not stayed on at that site, and I really liked it. It felt
Cool.
more enclosed. Um,
That's
so
cool.
yeah,
I was you're talking about your tent stove there. So I was bringing the new Winterwell Mars Fire,
yeah.
Winnie as we like to call it. Um, Still convinced I'm the first person in the country to get their hands on this. Purchased, I will add, not gifted to us. And I burnt it once in the garden, and I didn't get it really hot enough for the secondary burn. So I was really looking forward to bringing that and installing it in the 4 meter bell. And
Yeah.
I haven't got to do any of that. So at some point, I need to put the tent up in the garden and put that stove in it. So I've got to cut a new hole and everything. I've still got to do that. It's my other half. She did say on the, I don't know, first night or second, I think it was second night that we should have been away. She did say at one point we'd finally got home from stuff we were having to do, and she went, "Do you want to put your stove up in the garden and we could have a little burn?" And I was like, "No, I don't. I just want to go to bed." But now I'm thinking, I wish I had burnt it really, because it's now just put away, and it's just like it's this really expensive new toy I've got it's almost a little bit dead to me, because it's kind of it's got this sort of tainted kind of, I don't know what to call it, but I need to get it out and
Yeah.
have another play with it. But I'm just desperate to take it in a bloody field and have a proper play with it. I was desperate for you and I to go away. We were, ideally going to plan to stay in one tent. We were
Yeah.
going to have that fire. We were going to install it in the tent. We were going to cook on it
Ah,
and everything.
yeah, you reminded me now. Yeah, that was it. And it was, yeah, so that was the other thing that I was like, oh, right, I'm taking my own tent. And
Yeah,
it
you
just,
suddenly had to like, oh shit, I need a tent
yeah,
as well. It's you were just going to bring a bed and stay in the 4 meter bell with me, and we were just going to, you know, camp in there. We were going to cook on it. We were, it was just, so it totally wrecked your weekend, and suddenly you had to take twice as much stuff that
yeah,
you weren't planning
yeah.
on. It's,
Yeah, it's yeah, you got to roll with the punches, and I'm pleased I went. You
yeah,
know, um, rain didn't put me off. The biggest stress was finishing work and getting there at a time, and that's the only thing in winter that you've got summer time saving or whatever it is ridiculous. Let's put the
mm,
clocks back. And yeah, I just that was just the most annoying thing. And yet, you know what? I love that lead lenser head torch.
yeah.
I love
I
it.
bet that came into its own, didn't it? Bloody hell!
I mean, it was just, it lit up the whole pitch. Maybe
Wow.
that's why I wasn't scared. I could see everything.
Yeah.
But it was brilliant. And I had it on and off all night. And yeah, I think I'd only used about a quarter of the battery. So
Wow. Wow.
absolutely, I yeah, I absolutely love it. I would recommend anybody go in and have a look at those. They
Yeah.
are worth every single penny.
CHF8, wasn't it? It's that
Yeah.
it is an amazing
Just
head
the
torch.
self-focusing that depending on what you're looking at, it brings the light back down to a sharp focus, or it spreads it wide so that you can see more. That was absolutely excellent in the woodland. It really, really was.
Wow.
So yeah, so I had that. I played with all my kit, and it was just really good. And I think this is the thing. So I'm obviously a very simple but complex fella, because actually, if there was a group of us there, I sometimes just throw me stuff up and go, right, okay, right, let's have a laugh and do whatever, and let's burn stuff, rather than. So it was very peaceful. I felt very peaceful.
Well, the fact that you slept for 8 hours, I think, is really telling. It's because sometimes you think, oh, if I'm on my own, there might be lots of noises. I might be a bit unsettled and I won't sleep. But actually, it's really telling that you slept for 8 hours without having drank loads of beer,
Yeah.
and you just had a really peaceful night of actually just enjoying being in the woods and having your stuff there. So
Yeah.
I feel bad, and I have kept saying sorry all week, but actually, it sounds like you had an all right time, and
I had
it
an
was okay.
experience, Tim. Yeah, and I think that's the only thing. One, you shouldn't feel bad because you were having a hell of a weekend. Out of the two of us, I had a better experience. I know I did. I know I did. And
I
you'd have
know, I
swapped.
know you did. Oh man.
But it's just not the experience either of us wanted that weekend. So
No.
and Christmas is coming up, so it's well, it's not going to happen this side of Christmas now, is it?
Um, no, I can't see me getting away before Christmas now, before the end of the year. I've got a mate who's desperate to winter camp, so there's a potential for a January camp if the weather turns okay. Ideally, a bit really cold and wintry would be really nice. We are meant to have a 4 week blast of cold coming down, aren't we, from the Arctic? So there's definitely some snow camping coming up in our future. And if that does happen before Christmas, then wild horses aren't going to keep me out of the camping field because I have absolutely got to do that again and wake up to snow. Um,
Yeah, but don't go in a camping field with wild horses though. That's dangerous, Tim.
There's a disclaimer at the end.
Yeah, okay, good. Phew.
Everything we say is covered. It's fine.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's a shame. So we'll be popping on some of the socials of Aid tootling around his little lonesome campsite, making wood, doing what he loves best,
Oh,
cutting up bits of wood, finding bits of wood, scrumping the wood, and then burning it.
burning the wood. Ed's lonesome dove.
I only nearly chopped my leg off once.
Oh my God.
No, I was like, oh, a piece to camera. It was like, yeah, make sure you get your legs really wide while you're chopping wood like this. And it glanced off the side of the log and nearly caught me. Like, oh, we'll edit that bit out of the video. But yeah,
Oh my God. How funny. How funny. Gosh, camping on your own and nearly take your leg off.
yeah.
Well done. This is casual camping.
And the bit that I'm most proud of, because I'd collected an awful lot of wood and kept myself busy and used two of my saws, to be honest. They were great.
Fab.
But then, because the wood was a little bit wet, so I was splitting it so that you get to some dry stuff. And so I'd done a nice big pile, and I'd also taken some pallet wood that I'd prepped in the week to go along. But on my way out, I was just there was some guys coming in, and I was like, I just said, "You're right, lads. Yeah, there's a big pile in that pitch there. If you want to go get some wood." So I shared the love.
Oh man, shared the love. Look at you.
Felt like a hero.
Oh man, man. Did you put up a sign saying free hugs as well? There's some wood in there. I'll show you where.
No, don't take it creepy, Tim. Don't
Okay,
turn it creepy.
sorry. No.
When I did turn up, there was some Duke of Edinburgh. You know those Duke of Edinburgh courses where they walk like 100 miles and they
Oh
camp
God,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And they all look
Yeah,
miserable.
so I was the oldest person by an awful long way, and I was like, don't even look at them.
Yeah. Who's that weird old man
Who's that
camping on his
weirdo that
own?
just came and stood behind us? Yeah, I'm checking in. Checking in.
Oh God, oh God. They always look right miserable though, don't they? Here in the we
I
should probably
mean,
explain what Duke of Edinburgh is. So obviously the Duke of Edinburgh was the Queen's husband for many years, Prince Philip, and he was incredibly outdoorsy and very much believed in people, the power of being in the outdoors. So one of the things that he came up with and ran was the Duke of Edinburgh Award, and it's for school children. There's 3 levels of it: bronze, silver, and gold, and it's for them to do stuff in the outdoors, essentially, of increasing complexity. So, to start with, you might just be doing a bit of orienteering for an hour, but eventually you have to get the full award, you have to do a massive trek where you're camping as a group, and you've got to be entirely self-sufficient, and that still goes on today. And there are school kids that do that, and it gives them points towards going into university and college and things like that. But it's an amazing thing to promote being outdoorsy and camping and hiking in the hills and being fit and healthy and all of those stuff. But
absolutely great. And and it's not just sort of outdoor stuff. There's various awards for just volunteering and being really good social kind of people. Gets them, to know different people, and
it's like a social conscience thing, isn't it? It's
really, really good thing, and it's been going for ages. So so when I did check in, they were like, "We've put you over in the other end of the thing so that you don't get disturbed." And I was like, "Oh, actually, I've brought too much stuff. Can I come a little bit closer?" So I got on the family pitch. They were still miles away, and I didn't hear them, thank God. But I also got on the family pitch, which was an incredible pitch. So had an outdoor seating area that was covered, which I needed for because it was raining, so it was great.
Oh, brilliant! No, well, I'm really pleased that you managed to have a good time. It didn't manage to completely wreck your weekend. And yes, it was a very different weekend, but it sounds like you had a really great time. And I suppose lesson is to everyone: stay flexible. It is. But should we have a minute mindfulness?
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Casual Camping Minute Mindfulness. Let the sounds of nature take you back to the camping field.
Yeah, it takes me right back. Absolutely great. The wind in the trees.
It's I wish it was taking me back too, but it's not. So
hopefully it's just transporting you, Tim. Enjoy wonderful imagination.
Yes. It's as I said earlier, axe murderer, serial killer, axe murderer.
Well, we've only got a few episodes left before the end of season 3.
I know. Actually, I was gonna have a quick look really, and just kind of say. So we got this week's. This week is 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes left. First Friday of December, it'll be the last episode, and obviously that'll be a Christmas special. But But yeah, not many to go. Well, you know what we've managed to do though? We've managed, I
What?
know this is probably tempting fate with my luck at the moment, but we've managed to do a whole bloody season without having to have a break for anything.
Yeah, you lucky listeners. No. Oh, thank God they've stopped talking for a little bit. We have done. And yes, I know it's not the done thing to have breaks. And if you want your listenership to keep coming, but, we will be back in the early of next year. But we've got a few more episodes. If if there's something that we've not witted on about, drop us a message in the socials.
Yeah.
You too can be mentioned on a mediocre 5-star review. If you want to leave them, you can leave them wherever you see us. And I think there's even a button in the show notes, isn't there, Tim?
There is. There's a link in the show notes, and you can send that straight through to us. We haven't had one this week, so screw you all.
Wait on a second.
Oh.
So, okay. I was speaking to somebody, and I think it's a kind of mediocre 5-star review. So, Paul Hebert, right, has finally found us on the podcast, and he went, "I've been listening to your podcast, and it's all right, isn't it?"
Yeah. That's as mediocre a 5-star review as you could possibly hope for. That's amazing.
From our father. From
our own dad who's finally listened.
I don't know how you're getting those sparkly sort of amazing fireworks behind you, but yes.
Oh man, that's it's all right, isn't it? That's brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yes. So yes, thanks for tuning in, Paul Hebert. You too have been mentioned.
Oh man, that's really cool. I like that. I love that. Oh gosh. On that bombshell, I reckon it's time to clear off. And so until next time, everybody, stay flexible and keep things casual. I've been Tim.
I've been Aid.
Casual Camping Podcast accepts no liability and does not officially recommend any products or endorse any techniques discussed in an individual podcast episode or shown on Casual Camping Podcast social media accounts. Individuals should make their own informed decision and risk assessment of any products or advice prior to any purchase or use.